everyone and welcome back. I am Albert and today I have this beautiful 2022 Mercedes C-class, and this one is the latest C-class. As you can see, it's a very beautiful car, and well, today I'm gonna review it.
The Mercedes C-class made it to the 5th generation, and this one is called the W206 and replaced the W205 back in 2021. As you can see, the differences between the two cars are huge, not just on the outside but also on the inside. New engines were developed and electric motors were added. Everything about this new C-class, it's a very different version from the old one. Everything was completely redesigned.
Let's talk about the front end of the C-class. As you can see, this one has the AMG pack, which looks stunning. In my opinion, you should always get a car that has a sport package. It doesn't matter if it's a BMW, Mercedes, Audi, or even Ford or Vauxhall or whatever, but the sport package gives it a more aggressive look and you kind of want to stand out from the other ones around you. So I would definitely get a car with a sport package. But let's get back to this.
The C-class stands out with these digital headlights, and as you can see, they look pretty good. Also, we have here in the front grille these little Mercedes badges, which honestly they kind of look nice. Behind the big Mercedes badge we have the radar for the adaptive cruise control and the front camera, which completes the 360 degrees camera system that this car has. And of course, everything about this car screams top German quality and luxury. The engine on this C-class is a 1.5 4-inline petrol engine, which develops 204 horsepower and 300 Newton meters. But that's not all. Also, this car has an electric motor which is integrated into the transmission, and this one has 20 horsepower and 200 Newton meters, which sends this car from 0 to 60 in just 7.1 seconds and flats out at 149 miles per hour or 241 kilometers.
Let's talk about the side of this car. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I do like the wheels. These 19-inch wheels, they are the latest AMG wheels, which they look quite good. I love the fact that on the outside of the rim you have a circle, and it's quite interesting because it's looking quite good. Also, this car has massive brakes because it has 204 horsepower, which isn't bad, isn't a lot, but it's quite enough due to the four-wheel drive system which this car has, and also being a hybrid, it's quite agile. But let's get back to this side because there are quite some interesting things on it. I do like the fact that there are a lot of elements on this car which some of them are blacked out and some of them have this beautiful chrome finish. Like the wheels. The wheels are in two-tone paint. Also, as you can see, the door handles have this beautiful chrome on them, and the side of the windows are covered in this black trim, which is quite an interesting look.
Seeing this car on the road is quite beautiful for the eyesight because everything about it just looks beautiful. All the lines are perfectly drawn, and these LED lights and of course the digital light gives it more of an appealing look. One thing that I love about this car is this beautiful dark gray color, which honestly looks really good on it.
Let's talk about the rear end of the Mercedes C-class. As you can see, this one has these beautiful LED tail lights, which they have this interesting design and they look very, very good at night time. Also, we have this twin exhaust, which looks nice. It's a fake twin exhaust, as all of the cars have now. Apparently, this is the new trend, but they look good on this car. We also have the parking sensors right here, and right here beneath the Mercedes badge, there's a camera popping out when you need to reverse. Other than that, the rear end looks quite nice, and I like it. I like the 4Matic badge over here, and well, also the general aspect of this car looks really nice. Now, let's talk about the interior of the Mercedes C-class. And as you can see, this one is quite beautiful. This steering wheel looks amazing, this white leather, and of course the general aspect of this car is quite beautiful. Everything is wrapped in leather. All the buttons feel expensive when you touch them. And also this black rooftop is something that I do like in any car, but especially in this color combination between white and black. It looks quite stunning. It's a very big improvement over the older models, and well, there's nothing to disagree about. This is a very beautiful car.
This steering wheel looks quite nice. Every button was replaced by these black pads, and they are touch sensitive and they work really nice. They are pleasant to touch, and also this swipe function is something quite interesting. You can adjust your speed from your autopilot, and also you can control the volume. Quite a gimmick. This car has a very interesting gauge cluster. Of course, the old analog dials were replaced by this big screen here, which is actually very user-friendly. It has a very good image quality, and also it's very customizable. There is a lot of information that can be placed here on this screen. A lot of technology of the car is shown here, and to be honest with you, it is a gimmick that I truly like, and the fact that it's a high quality screen, well, makes the experience even more beautiful. Also, you can have the entire map over the screen, which is quite useful, and I like the fact that you can actually swipe through the whole menu from this button here on the steering wheel, which is quite helpful and very easy to use. Quite interesting, ain't it? Everything in this car is controlled by this big screen over here. We have the driving modes, which there are 5 of them, and as you can see we have the individual, the sport plus, the sport, the comfort mode, and of course the eco mode, which no one will use, but nevertheless it's here. From this button we have the 360 degrees camera system, and well, this is quite a big improvement because the quality of the image is excellent and you can always see what's surrounding your car. And by the way, if you're gonna have scratched rims, well, you're an idiot. The climate controls are integrated into this screen here, and they're quite easy to use. You have here the temperature, which you can adjust from up and down, and of course the fan control, which is quite easy to use. Nothing special here, just the fact that this screen is very responsive. An interesting fact from this pad is that you can actually control the volume by swiping your finger, which is quite interesting. Now let's go into the menu of this car, and I'm not gonna talk about every option that this car has because, well, the sticker price of this car was 65,000 euros, which you can imagine that you get a lot of options for this kind of money. I'm just gonna talk about the ambient lighting, which is something interesting for me. It's a gimmick that I like, and this car, well, has some interesting stuff. You can actually see that there are ambient lighting inside the air vents, and of course all over the dashboard, and it's quite nice. Driving this car at nighttime is a very special feeling. It's quite different than all other cars because, well, imagine that the Mercedes C-class was actually developed on the exact same design as the S-class. So, well, This one is the smaller version of the S-Class. It's beautiful, elegant, and very comfortable. On the driver's side door, we have the controls for the mirrors and for the windows, which they are very well made from this beautiful aluminium. Now, one thing that I do like is this door handle, which seems to be floating here. Looks quite good and is very interesting designed. On the driver's side door, we have the controls for the seats, and I do like these buttons because these are touch sensitive buttons, and when you press them just a little, the magic happens. Also, we have these beautiful white leather seats, and of course they are heated, and of course they have the memory function. And yes, they do hug you in all the right places and they are very comfortable. Jumping into the back seats of the Mercedes, well, as you can see, we have the ambient lighting here and also this beautiful door handle, but the amount of legroom is quite good, and also we have these air vents here for the rear passengers, but nothing compares with this beautiful eyesight that you have looking at the front dashboard.
So let's drive the Mercedes C-class 200 4Matic and of course hybrid, and well, I think it's gonna be fun. Let's press the start button. By the way, this car is very well isolated. The interior is very well isolated from the outside world, which is something that I do like about cars. I do like the quietness inside. Also, sometimes I like to hear the engine, but well, I have to find peace with the things I like and the things that I don't like, and somehow make a truce between them. But let's find out how this car drives. Now, after driving this car for a while, the first thing that pops into my mind is the fact that it's a very big improvement over the older version. So they completely redesigned this whole car, and well, usually they redesign old cars, and when they do bring up a newer model, they change a lot of things, but you can actually find similarities between those cars, and sometimes you can find similarities between older C-classes, but in this one there's nothing to remind you of the older version. Everything in this car was done well, it was done properly. I mean, honestly, the car is quite brilliant. The ride quality is very good, even though I'm on some bumpy roads, and probably you can see the camera shaking a bit, but overall the car is very comfortable. Also, the acceleration, the throttle response is really good, and of course having this hybrid system, it's quite agile, so the car is quite nippy, and I like it. It's something that gives you pleasure while you drive it. So in my opinion, I would actually buy the C300 because you have more power, but probably the maintenance is gonna be a little bit difficult over time, but that hybrid plug-in is quite a little bit different, so you may have some issues other than usual ones. Now, driving this car for a couple of days made me think that I can actually buy one, and probably I will, because at this price range, the amount of technology that you get and the amount of comfort is quite a no-brainer. I mean, it's very easy to choose this car. It actually ticks a lot of boxes, and I'm completely amazed how good of a car is. This one, having this leather package, everything is wrapped in leather. The materials are very nice. Everything feels expensive. This buttons right here from where you adjust the seats, they are not physical buttons anymore. They are touch sensitive. You just press it a little bit and they move forward or upwards or in any direction that you would like them to go. Also, the seats are very comfortable. The headrests, as you can see, they have this nice design, and I'm truly amazed by the amount of quality that was put into this car. Everything is excellent. This trim over here, and also driving this car at nighttime is quite a sensation. It gives you such a pleasurable experience, and it's actually something that I'm recommending you. If you didn't drive this version of the C-Class, you may well go to the dealership and ask for a test drive, because you will probably ending by buying one. So I do recommend that. So when you have some time, go and check out the C-Class, because it's a car worth having, and well, I would definitely recommend it to you. So that was my experience with the C-Class. If you liked my video, press a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you can see, a lot of interesting cars are coming, and well, there are gonna be plenty more of them. And well, I'll see you soon. Take care and all the best for you.